That's better. Speak for me, Lemmy. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just getting my sound sorted out for my headset.
Yeah. Watch. Good.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to BPRL on PlayStation. It is Season 1, and we are on Round 15. 4 races left in this season, and we today are at the Mexican Grand Prix. I am joined by my good friend, Jack, Captain Lemmy.
Thank you for the introduction. Good to be back. It's been a long time since we did a casting. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done BPRL as well, so but we're back at one of my favourite tracks, so I'm very excited.
One of your favourite tracks, and we're right at the business end of the season now, and we could be seeing the championship decided tonight, but it's very slim, but it could be happening if Q-Tip wins this race and Orislander finishes 9th or below. The driver championship goes to the driver.
Yep, that is correct. It is going to be rare. I didn't actually know that the other person had to finish 9th. I think it'll be done today. Being Q-Tip has got a lot of work to do if he is going to win this evening. He's got some very fast drivers around him, and I don't know if he loves the circuit or not. Secondly, the chances of the Haas, I think it's a Haas driver, finishing below 9th is also quite a bit twig. So I don't think he'll win it tonight, but he can definitely take a big step for maybe next week.
Definitely, you'll be looking, I think, tonight, maybe not so much getting the title tonight, maybe just solidifying his status at the top of the championship. But one issue is his teammate is missing. That is Tim Bentinck in the Haas. So this is an opportunity for Racing Point, Mercedes, Toro Rosso and Renault all to gain on the Haas team. And KB Line is going to be our first car in the Racing Point going for a lap.
100%. I can take you on one if you want. So, one of the most lovely long straights that we have in Formula 1. Of course, we've got Azerbaijan and Russia, but this one is quite a long one. Really long down to turn number 1, a tough right-hander to get the braking right, straight into 2, straight into 3. You can cut the curves a little bit, even with strict corner cutting. You've got a second DRS zone straight away, which I'm sure we can see a couple of overtakes down into turn 4 here. Tight 90 degree again, flips into a more than a 90 degree. It's actually about 120 degrees out of turn 5 down to turn 6. A tricky double right-hander classed as one turn. Bit of a dash down to turn number 7 where we have the S section twig. I don't think we'll see overtakes here, but we may see some people lose it and go off as KV Line's just invalidated there from going over too much of a curb of 7 and 8. You've got 9 and 10, you've got 11, you've got down to turn number 12, which is the start of the another DRS section, but also the beautiful stadium section. Look how many fans are there. You've got the flares as well that come up at the end of the race. That's turn 14 and 15. This is turn 16, the last one of the last turns, and then round the last corner of 17 before the pit lane, before you enter that long straight. I'm excited to see how many overtakes on this long straight we're going to see tonight.
It will be very interesting. We've seen huge pace from the likes of KB Line, Orislander, Ryan. So it will be interesting to see. We have Brett in again tonight. He's a quick driver, one of our reserves, and Well, there you go. There's one of the guys I just mentioned. Warris Land is setting a 1:15.1. I do believe the 14s or possibly 13s. I don't know if that's correct. I know we're looking at 14s, but I don't know if we're going to see 13s.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I've commentated Mexico.
I don't think I have either.
I think I've literally done every single circuit now at least once. There's obviously a couple that I've done plenty. But yeah, I actually don't think I've done Mexico before, which is strange. But it'll be a good thing tonight. Of course, watching the Rio Grand Prix on Sky Sports F1 the past couple of days, doing it in my own career mode. I'm pretty confident on the circuit. Pretty confident where the overtaking opportunities are. I'm pretty also confident where cars may struggle today. These drivers are going to push their cars as much as they can. We're coming to, like you said, the business end of the season, and I'm sure we're going to see quite a few penalties today as well, which may play a factor at the end.
Oh, that is a good shout. Validations in this qualifying, which is 6 minutes in, and Brett has just invalidated and nearly lost his car going through the middle of sector 2. He's managed to keep out the wall, so he'll be able to go again. And the championship leader is out, and he is about to start his lap. He's got a special Mexican Grand Prix helmet on as well, for good measure.
Who is that? Is that a Q-tip?
That is Q-tip.
That's pretty good. I like that. That's actually quite cool. I didn't even think about ever doing that, and I might do that myself when I'm in career mode. The helmet looks alright as he routes his way down to the turn 1 and 2. So you got the red, the green, and the white. You've got the red on the top as well, which is obviously the iconic colour, with green just below it, of Mexico. You can see the stands where everyone's wearing green and red. Which is good to see. We've already said Q-Tip has work on his hands. He's got some very, very tough competition. We saw the wheel drivers, the top 6, mainly all start on mediums. Not saying that's going to happen tonight, but it is an option to win. The medium to soft is definitely an option for Mexico.
Yeah, I have also heard that the 2-stop might be an option. I don't know if you've heard that as well.
I haven't heard of that. A 2-stop could work if it's an early safety car. That's absolutely certain. It'd be interesting to see if we have a safety car. I think these drivers are quite trustworthy. We've seen over the course of the season. I think everything will be alright until turn 1, but you're literally slowing down from about 190 into gear 1 for the first turn. So we may see bits of contact as we saw in real life as well. I think there'll be a lot of competition going into turn 1 tonight. I think that's the main place of overtaking down that long straight, as we've already mentioned. And Q-Tip sets a 16.5 on the medium, 9/10 off Gavin's medium time. Spiders enter the 14s just at the very top. Coleman's second just behind, just less than a 10th. And the 2 Mercedes are 3rd and 4th. Still yet to see some times for some drivers. And we've got 10 minutes to go.
We do indeed. One of those drivers is Ryan. He's just set a purple sector 2. I don't know if that's correct, but he is coming around the stadium section now. He's shown really good pace. Arguably should have won last week in Russia, but the penalty cost him the win, and he has gone fastest here with a 1:14.6. So he's continuing to show his good pace. Brian had a great start to the season. Middle part of the season, pace seemed to disappear somewhere. But he has found that pace once more, and he is showing it. But can he get the win that he's looking for before the end of the season? As Fishy invalidates.
That's a great question, isn't it? That's the, I think everyone wouldn't turn up if they didn't want to win. I'm sure everyone here will definitely want to win in Mexico. Just see a couple more times. Of course, for Ryan, who's entered the middle 40s, as you said, Cam's jumped in P2 at the moment. He's had a tricky spell on lead racing at the moment, but he's back and he's going to try and have a good race tonight. War Ireland goes into P3, his time improves, Spice drops to P4, Colour drops to P5 because of it. Ozone Zero is now at 10th place, Sam's 11th, and you can see the rest on your left hand side. The majority of people picking the soft so far, Twig.
They are, yeah. Oh, I haven't actually got that on. Why have I not got that on? There we go. Yeah, majority have gone with soft. I'm not sure what's happened to Fishy, but Fishy has retired. He hasn't crashed out, but we have lost the Toro Rosso driver of Fishy. KB Lion in the Racing Point is about to finish his first time lap. Won 2 races in a row now. Will he make it free here in Mexico? He goes 4th at the moment. And the Twitter poll, actually all the vote went to KB Lion for 3 wins in a row. So, you never know. And
Okay, so what was the last race?
Russia.
Russia. And the one before that?
What was the one before that? That was a very good point. Italy. Monza.
Italy. So you've got 2 different types of tracks there. You've got 85% done at full power in Italy, and then you've got Russia, which is a little bit more technical, but it is fun. So KB Line clearly getting 2 wins at 2 different style of racetracks. Mexico's got a bit of both. He's got some flat out parts and a tricky X session, a bit of technical, bit of mistaking as well. So will KB Line make it 3 in a row? We will find out in about 50 minutes or so. And yeah, but so which the driver who's second in the championship?
It is Warislander currently.
War Island, right. Is War Island
Line,
yes, he is.
He is, and KB Line and Fishy are tied for 3rd.
See, I've learned that we have names in the Discord that are not equal to actual names. So trying to learn it. It's a little bit more tricky. That's for sure. We have. What's that?
Sorry, Cabbage moved up to 2nd place.
We have 6 minutes fully left to go. That's enough time for all the drivers to come back in and go out one more time. As long as they go out with about 2 minutes left, they should be okay. To put their lap in, Cupid's dropped to 11th. He's put a set of softs on in the pits and he's ready to come out. The people who have fresh softs out of the pit, that's their name, of course. The tyres they've selected, and we're probably going to see an all soft final push. Twig, only one person on the medium, so that's people go out.
Yeah, Storm is, he's still on the mediums. He is currently on a lap as well, so whether he'll actually go for a soft run, I don't know. It's interesting. And Brett is on the hards, but he is in the pit, so I assume he will come out in the soft.
Setting 5 minutes to go. Ryan is provisional pole sitter as it stands. 1 minute 14.615. Gavin's 2 tenths behind Cab, 6 milliseconds behind Gavin. Gavin's teammate is just under a tenth behind. So if you look on the leader gap on Twig's screen, if you disinclude Ryan's time, the top 6, so 2nd and 7th, only separated by 2 tenths of a second.
Wow.
Twig, so the times are really, really close at the moment at the top.
It's really tight. It's tight between between 1st and 7th. It's only 4 tenths, 400s? I don't know if I'm saying it correct.
So 4 tenths is the first decimal place, and 400s is the second decimal place.
4 tenths. 4 tenths. Yeah. And then from 8th to 11th, it's less than 2 tenths. So
start my stream.
it's tight. Everyone is fighting. The bottom half of the table is really tight. So a result here for with three drivers missing as well. This could be a great opportunity for those in the bottom half to gain some points on their rivals.
100 gabillion %.
It's a lot of percent. We have got a few comments on the stream. Sector has said that he feels that Q-Tip will win the title this race. That's a big shout. Cam is pretty happy with his lap. And Jimmy has said hello, and Ryan on pole at the moment. Shame he usually bottles. Great support from his good friend Jimmy.
Yeah, love to see that. Love to see that support. That's what supporting your friends is about. Telling them that they're going to bottle it. You love to see it. You love to see it.
So, we should be seeing most people coming out of the pits now. And I think they are. There's a lot of people on outlaps. Brett is currently on a lap. He hasn't set one yet. He's got this lap and maybe one more chance.
I'll be 1 second.
No worries. Baboon J has joined the stream. Hello, Baboon J. He has commented. Go on, Cam. Big Bot, New Zealand. Oh, and KV Lion has gone fastest. Very interesting. Brett has invalidated his lap. So is he going to go for another? Still got his ERS very high. Is he just going to pit? He is just going to pit. Brett will not have time to set a lap. Ben Silver has commented, welcome to the stream, Ben Silver. He has said, I'm just here to get Fiscal. We'd love to see it. Fiscal currently in 9th. His teammate, AstraZeneca, in 15th. Currently setting a lap. Can AstraZeneca get ahead of Sam in front of him?
Only 1 minute left to quali twig, and this is the point where you get your track position if you deserve it. Like you said, Gavin Lyon's gone top, overtaken by Gavin for 14.3 comes in. That's his final time. He's already passed the line. Lyon's now second, 800s behind. Ryan's third at the moment. He's on an outlap. Spice is fourth. He's on an outlap. Cam's dropped to fifth. Wilder down to sixth. Q-Tip at the moment is in 12th, but of course that medium time there, he crosses the line. Only 11th twig for Q-Tip, and he won't be able to improve on that. TTG Storm moves up to 8th. Coleman 7th. Wilder drops to 6th again. And yeah, Q-Tip 12th twig. I thought it'd be a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shock, and he could still go further down. We've got more drivers to come through. Who's going to be the last car to come over the line?
So it's Disco Shoot at the moment. He's just coming through staging section. He's got a few more corners to go. Oh, actually, this is his outlap, but he's had to cancel twig. He's not going to cross the line in time. So that's P11 for Disco Stew, or maybe worse, Ozone Zero has begun his lap. He's at turns 1 and 2, so he's looking like the last one, as the Red Bull didn't crash. Zinniker's going to be retiring from the session. Gavin is happy with his time. He clocks in only well, I say a few cars. Look at all the cars coming through the S section twig.
Oh, here comes Warris. Warris is coming up to the line. What's he going to do? Oh, he goes second fastest. Wow. It's the Mercedes front row at the moment.
Absolutely. The lockout from Mercedes so far, and it's 368. It's only 300ths away from Gavin's time. Really good performance by the Mercedes crew, and they need that today. If Q-Tip was to have a bit of a mare, let's say. Lyon's finished. He's in the pits. He's P4. Ryan is on his lap, but he's had to cancel and turn off his battery twig. So Ryan's cancelled. Spice is in the pits. Coleman is the only one. He's 3/10 up at the moment, but he's running out of battery. He's only got 8%. He should have enough as he comes around the final corner. His time was looking good. He's not invalidated. The final person to cross the line, he goes from 7th to 7th. Just doesn't improve enough to get that position. I think that's it, Twig.
That is that.
A Mercedes lockout.
Wow.
Statement.
That is a big statement.
Statement.
And And the Haas driver of Tim has joined. He will be racing.
Wow.
Big twist. Big twist.
Which one's that one?
That is Q-Tip's Haas teammate, Tim
What's his
Venting.
PSN name?
Tim Venting.
I don't see him on my list, but maybe we'll see it at the start of the race.
I saw him at the bottom joined, but
Oh, okay.
Gavin is over the moon. He's commented, yes, pole. Well done, Gavin. That's a superb time, and it's so close between those three at the top. Brilliant qualifying session, that one.
Well, we're in for a treat anyway, that's for sure. Those are your standings. So Gavin's taking the pole by only 300ths of a second, and Ryan's only 600ths off the leader as well. The front three separated by less than 700ths of a second. Ryan in a close fourth. Third row, Spice and Cam. Fourth row, Colderman and Sticku. His teammates starting the fifth row with Fiscal. 11th, Disco Shoe. Q-Tip is starting 12th, that's unexpected. Zero's 13th, Seneca 14th. Sam is in 15th. He qualified on a hard time, but I'm sure he will pick a different one. Brett Sturd didn't post a time. Fishy didn't post a time. And we have Tim Venting, who will be joining us as Q-Tip's teammate. But both of them in the bottom 10.
Yeah, no, they're constructor wides. This is going to be a struggle. You got the Mercedes front row lockout. You got, I believe, Racing Point, third and fifth. They are the team that is trying to reel Haas in. So, and the Renaults are up there as well. So it's going to be a challenge for those Haas drivers. But you never know. You really never know.
You never know. Absolutely, and I'm sure we're in for a treat as
it looks fairly overcast.
It does. It does, doesn't it? It's a bit cloudy. It looks like the UK. Literally, it does. Which is interesting, for sure.
Oh, look, everyone's taking a good while picking their race strategies here.
Mexico is it's not, listen, of course it's not as demanding as the other circuits. As we wait for the 2 green lights for the formation lap, and we do have them did show up on my screen. And the tyres on your left hand side, oh look at that. So Q-Tip, Zero, Zinica and Fishy selecting the medium compound. So Q-Tip doing what the real world drivers did. Along with Zero, Zinica, of course, Fishy, like I just said, from the top 11 on softs, Twig. So it'll be interesting to see what positions will be changed on the first lap. There's always lots of changes. We'll see.
Yeah, we got to keep an eye. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on top 4 here. There's
I would.
some real pace there, and you never know, someone could go for a move or two.
Absolutely.
But if any of the drivers are watching the stream, please do give us a weather update, because it is looking fairly overcast. You never know, there could be a shower or two around.
I mean, let's be absolutely clear that it's very, very easy to go 4 wide into turn 1. It happened in real life straight away. I'm sure these drivers will be ready for it as well. We've got 18 drivers, so pretty much a full grid, 90%. And I'm sure it's going to be very competitive. I personally have a slight feeling that the leader will not be leading after turns 1, 2 and 3. However, I may be wrong, and I'm willing to be wrong. It's all about, you know, how quick the lights go out, how long they take, I'll be ready. Did we get the good start? Gear changes right? It's going to be a close one, Twig.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I just don't. The league is really.
Got some grid light effects in the background. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready.
Treat us. Treat us, Jack.
I found one, and I was like, yo, this is sick. But yeah, so at next 40 minutes, 45 depending on safety cars, race number 50, correct me if I'm wrong, from Mexico City, and I'm sure you are in for a treat. We have the green flag. Here we go, it's Mexico City. We are all set here, and we have lights glitch. I am disappointed. I am disappointed. All that
dear.
for that. Anyway, we go to long waits, and it's lights out, and away we go. What is that video on my laptop? Gavin and Warhounder and the racing point of Lion are already wheel to wheel down to turn number 1. It's crucial this turn. Hopefully there's not too much contact. The Renault of Ryan trying to look on the inside of the Mercedes of Wilder, who brakes late. Ryan doesn't. The wheel to wheel through turn 2. Wilder cuts the curb. Ryan's on the grass. The racing point of KB Line gets involved as well. We've got loads of position changes, Twig. But what an interesting start. So Wilder now leads, and Gavin shots all the way down to 5th.
Oh, and there's 3 wide involved there. I'm not sure.
And there we go. So there is too much contact for the line kill of the game. We have a virtual safety car. The Renault and the racing point of Ryan and KB Line. We're a little bit confused there as to who was second at the point the safety car goes in. Line seems to be teasing Warhounder a little bit, but there is a virtual safety car, so there is a Toro Rosso out, Twig, and that's fishy. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, fishy. He didn't crash out, he's retired. Not sure what's happened there. We'll have to wait and see if he gives us a comment on the stream, but that's a big blow for Toro Rosso, trying to get 3rd in the Constructors' Championship. We are back underway and racing again.
We are down the long straight for the 2nd time. It's a shame about the lights glitch, but there's nothing we can do. We were all ready, but never mind. Wilder is going to lead us down to turn 1, led by Line, Ryan, Coleman and Spice. No immediate overtakes. Cam's close to Disco Stew. He might make a move if he's got enough speed, and he might make a dive into the inside, which he does. He takes as much of a curve as possible, but Disco Stew keeps that outside line down the inside for 2, and Disco stays in 6th place, Twig.
He does indeed. Q-Tip is in the driver's pit. Storm, Gavin and Till. He's trying it out the inside of Q-Tip. That's a very bold move.
Q-Tip and the McLaren are sticky getting close. Disco Shoes up 5 places already. Coleman's up 3. The front 3 are up 1 each. So they've all gained. Cam's down 1. Sicko's down 2. Gavin's down 14. Has he pitted? Just double check very quickly. He has. So the bottom 4, Storm, Gavin, Brett and Tim Ventic. Tim Ventic, who joined late Twig, has already had to make a stop as Wilder is about to lead us on to lap number 3.
Indeed, I think he's just making a move on Brett.
Oh, Tim Ventic.
He's round.
Tim Ventic is round at turn number 4, I believe that is. And what has just happened? Brett's just ghosted with Tim Ventic. Well, Tim Ventic's already pitted Twig, and he's already got left wing left wing damage overall. He's probably got an orange wing there, and he's going to have to make a second stop. And really, Tim Ventic's race is basically over, Twig.
It's not good for the Haas driver. There was hopes that he'd maybe get points for his team here today, but that's looking very, very slim. He's got to hope for a safety car.
Absolutely, and that safety car is looking kind of bleak at the moment. We have had a virtual already. We have had little bits of contact. As you see, just bottom right of your screen, the TGT Storm and Gavin. Look how far they are behind. They are, of course, a pit stop ahead, but they had to have their wings fixed, and they're another 6.5 seconds behind. Warhounders leading a very close pack of 5 to it down to Stadium as the Red Bull's off. It's Disco Stew who had made 5 places early on. Zinica and Zavo have to go off the track. They all get penalties, and I'm sure they will have to submit all of those clips at the end of the race, as it wasn't their fault. So the stewards are going to have fun with that. But Disco Stew did go off at the beginning of the He didn't have damage, but that meant 4 cars had to go past him, and they've all taken penalties for that.
Oh, and here's KV Lion making the move for the lead, and he's got ahead of his fellow compatriot Warren Islander, and he's taken the lead. Brian Q-Tip has also made a move on Fiscal. He's moving up the field slowly but surely.
Q-Tip is moving up the field. Warlander has to be careful just to finish higher than Q-Tip and not to obviously DNF or have any problems. Like you say, Lion is in the lead now. I missed that obviously due to the what was going on in the S section, and that is how far these cars are away. So the first car coming up to the S section now, the last car has not even made it through the stadium yet. So already, having only done actually 3 laps, we've got a complete mix of the field, and no safety car to bunch them up just yet, as Brett gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's having to pit a second time again, Twig, and he's just killing their chances of a good finish.
Well, it is indeed. I'm not sure whether he's got more damage there or if he's just getting rid of a penalty. No, he has stopped, hasn't he? No, he is changing tyres or something. It's a shame. Brett and Tim, they're more than likely out of this race unless a safety car comes around at any point.
Let's keep an eye on Spice here. Coleman does have DRS on Ryan in front, but he is going to have the slipstream and the speed for Spice to move on the left. Coleman covers the inside down to the turn 1, but almost wheel to wheel as Spice tries to take the outside line. Tight as anything, he takes the inside of 2. They're still wheel to wheel. The Alfa Romeo Coleman just about gets through, but he's got one more DRS zone to defend down to turn 4. The waiting point is Spice. He's going to have another go. Coleman again going to try and defend the inside. He might just have it this time, as again they're still wheel to wheel. Good racing from the pair of them. The racing point tries to push out the Alfa Romeo as much as he can, but Coleman on 2 occasions manages to defend the racing point. Good racing.
Great racing from the pair. Coleman's not giving up that 4th place easy. Not at all. And it's a shame Disco Stu spun out a couple of laps ago. He made good progress at the start of this race. Hopefully he can get his head down and pick his way back through the field.
Yeah, so he started 11th, he was up to 6th, and now down to 13. We've got a red Ferrari who's gone off, and it's Zinica on the S section. Luckily, all the cars have gone past him already. I don't think... Oh, he has got damage. Right front wing damage. He's going to have to pit. I don't think he's pitted yet. No, he hasn't. So that's his pit stop, but he's going to be behind because he's got the technical stadium section to go before he even gets to the pit. And he's got some decent amount of damage.
Tim may have maybe
out.
Whoa! Oh!
Brettster has DNF'd out of turn 1. I don't know whether that's been done on purpose because he looked very far away. If you just go on board with Ozone Zero, as you can see, he's just gone right into the wall, and I don't know, he's either had contact, which is weird because he wouldn't have gone that far, and if he's done it on purpose, I don't know what the exact rules are, but that'll be looked into on my behalf. But,
no, we did catch that on stream, and that was a full-on take myself out move. So Brett has taken himself out of the race, but I was going to make the point that Tim may not be competing for the points right now, but he is currently holding the fastest lap on the medium tyres.
He is, but that fastest lap will be beaten as the cars lose some fuel a little bit later on. We're on lap 6, we're just about to go on lap 7 after Lion sends us through. He's defending okay, Warren is still second, 6 tenths behind, Ryan's half a second behind him. The front pack of 5 who were really close has turned into a pack of 3 and then a pack of 4. Let's keep an eye on Warlander. He will have DRS for Lion. It is a really long straight. I don't think he'll just have enough space to do it. Storm picks up a 40-second penalty in P13, battling by Gavin into the P13 slot. The lowest interval gap at the moment is Fiscal and Q-Tip, and regarding Q-Tip, Twig, he's up into P7, up 5 already. He's doing alright.
Yeah, he's doing okay so far, and he is on the opposite strategy to the guys ahead of him, so he's one to keep an eye on for sure. He did get past Let's Get Fiscal, but Let's Get Fiscal is trying to keep hold of the back of that Haas, and he is maintaining under 1 second, so it would be interesting to see the Ferrari challenge the Haas driver.
Absolutely. Ryan was having a little look to turns 4 and 5 on Warlander. He was just 3 tenths behind, but now that's gone to 6 tenths. So Sticky picks up a penalty. I'm guessing that was just before S section. Warlander's pretty close to line. We've got a cow off Twig. It's a Williams, and who is it?
There's the safety car. It's Tim.
Oh wow, it's Tim, and he's actually not just gone off. He's DNF This is perfect for Lion. He's literally just about to go past the pit lane. My guess is hard tyres, Twig.
Surely.
For the remainder of the race. But what does Q-Tip do now? I think he's coming in. So is it hard tyres? No,
Q-Tip
it's
stayed
mediums
out.
for KB Line. It's mediums. Q-Tip, yeah, stayed
Wow.
out. Well, he can take them, Twig.
Ozone
Probably
stayed out.
23, 24. He could take them, and the mediums is doing the right thing. So Q-Tip nextly leads this Grand Prix. Of course, the drivers that are close behind him, KB Line, Wind and Ryan, etc., have pitted. Coleman's gone to a pair of softs, Twig. So I'm guessing it is still a two-stop at this point, with a mix between the softs and mediums. As Q-Tip is caught up a safety car, and we've got 2 laps to relax a little bit, gather our thoughts, as Zinica has some work to do to catch up the rest of them.
Yeah, it's interesting. Polo and Sam have gone. I've got the likes of Storm and Gavin, who have all gone into the hard tyre. So it's a real mix of selection here. When I first saw the softs, a couple of the softs, I was thinking maybe range due, but
yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We normally get told, don't we, Twig? But on this occasion, we definitely have not been told, and we are just. I like to know, but at the same time, I kind of don't like to know. I think, I'll be honest, if rain was due, I think Q-Tip would have cleared. He was in a decent position anyway. He'd done well from the start. Of course, he didn't want to put that effort away. Actually, no, thinking about it, if there is rain, let's say there is rain due, Q-Tip's probably done the right thing, because he can keep them mediums for a bit of time, yeah. He could probably do 20 laps on them. Easy. Easy.
Oh, we have got a confirmation of the weather. Do you want to know?
Go on. I do.
No rain.
Oh, right.
There is no rain.
You said, do you want to know? I was like, ah, God, here we go. So yeah, we're on lap 9. The safety car's going to do one more lap. We've got a Ferrari, McLaren and Mercedes, Zinica, Storm and Gannins to catch up at the back, and then it will come in. Me and Twig are just going to gather our thoughts a little bit before we go again in Mexico. We've got that long straight to come as well, again with some possible overtakes. No GLS for 2 laps, of course. But you don't always need a DRS, Twig, after a safety car. You just need a good exit.
Yeah, definitely. I think it will definitely be down to the good exit off of that last turn, whether you're going to stick to the position or even gain a position.
100%.
So yeah, anyone watching, I know there's a few people watching, give us your current predictions. I know Sector's already said that he thinks Q-Tip will win the championship this race, but any other predictions, please send them our way on the stream and we shall give them a readout. But we have lost 3 drivers so far, Machine Fishy, Brett and Tim. Three fast drivers, and the safety car is of course confirmed to come in, and the weaving and the slowing down begins from Q-Tip.
It does, and this is going to be an interesting beginning, that is for sure. And Q-Tip will want to get away well, but I'm sure Ozone Zero will be there to try and capitalise. He's taking it as slow as possible. To be fair, if you go back slow, you don't actually warm the tyres up that much, but Q-Tip lets on the throttle brakes for turn number 16 and 17, and for the second time in the Mexico Grand Prix, we are underway as Q-Tip already moves to the right hand side. He's weaving left and right to ensure that Zero does not get the slipstream. However, look at KB Line on Zero. Zero does not move to defend the inside. KB Line on the restart of the safety car might make a move. He breaks as late as he possibly can, takes the curve at turn 1, and KB Line's into second place.
Oh, and move further down the field. TTU Storm has got ahead of the Ferrari of Extra Zenica. And Gavin has been brought right back into this race by...
Oh, Warren's been touched. Warren's been touched by Zero. He's completely round. He's going to have to let all the cars pass Twig. And what a turning point this could be for the Mexican Grand Prix. He's had to drop from 3rd to 14th because he got tapped by, I think it was Zero on purpose, or not. Obviously, probably not on purpose. Oh wow, that could change the race completely. He's on hard tyres. And Q-Tip lead for race, Twig. We know what's going to happen if it stays like this for another 27 laps. As Zinica goes wide in the S section, backtracks Warren wide, but he's up into 13th.
Oh, it's kicking off here. Ryan's got ahead of Ozone.
The Mercedes touch, Twig. The Mercedes of Gavin and Zinica touch with no damage, but that could have ended so badly just before stadium.
It's really kicking off here for 3rd place. Ryan got ahead of Zero. And now
Twig, KV Line and Q-Tip. KV Line's going to retake the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. If he can hold it and break late into turn 1, I think he's done it. Q-Tip is absolutely defenceless. And KV Line retakes the lead of what was once his Mexican Grand Prix. And he's already had a pit stop.
He has indeed, he has. And KV Line has taken full advantage of that, and Spies is the latest driver to get ahead of Ozone Zero. Him not pitting is not looking like a good decision right now, and I think he's been clipped. Has he been clipped? I don't know. He's spun round and he's caught Cam up with him, and Sticky and Sam have managed to get ahead of the pit. I don't know if he was tapped by Cam, but he might have just spun it.
I'm not sure, but he's lost position. Oh wow, who's that? It's McLaren. It's Sticky. He's had he's completely round twice. He's lost his left end plate. He's going to have to pit. And everything's kicking off in Mexico. Look at Ryan and Q-Tip. So Q-Tip might lose another place here if Ryan gets a good exit. He's got the tyres to help him. He'll also have the DRS. I think Q-Tip's too far away for DRS on the car in front. So Ryan in the Renault, he's whacking his DRS up to 4. Q-Tip's going to be absolutely defenceless down to turn 1. However, he's doing pretty well to keep it. Ryan's going to move to the inside. He should have the move done just about. They both break about the same.
Side by side.
Q-Tip says no. Ryan tries a mini flashback as Q-Tip takes a lot of curve. That's not going to help him on the exit out of turn 3. And Ryan just can't quite get past Q-Tip, even though he had a better exit, as he tries to go make a dive to the inside of turn 4, and Q-Tip is literally defenceless, and Q-Tip's dropped 2 places.
Here comes Colo as well. Colo's taking him up the inside as well. Another place dropped for the championship leader.
The soft tyres helping Colo man out, and Q-Tip's lost 2 places in 2 corners. Is he feeling the pressure of those 11 lap used tyres?
Oh wow, we've got going on for 9th place here. We've got Gavin, Fiscal, Ruslan, Stu and Storm all within under a second of each other.
Absolutely, wow.
Oh, Viva la Mexico.
We're on lap 12, we're about to go on 30, and we've done about a third of this race, and we've had non-stop action so far, and I expect we're going to get 24 more laps of this to come. Any immediate overtakes down the straight? I don't think so. There's a pack of 4 just behind the McLaren, 10th to 13th, who are really close. Warren might make a move on Disco Stewie, might just not have the gap to do it. No, he doesn't. And the Mercedes of Gavin might make a late move into Fiscal into turn 1. He tries to break late, but he's too far behind. Warren might have got damage there. We're going to have to check that wing. No, he's fine, but there was a touch. And the Mercedes and the Ferraris are getting really close.
Yeah, that was a very bold move from Warris Lander, going up the inside of Stu. I'm trying to check. I don't think Warris has got damage. He's very lucky. Very lucky. That was a dangerous move, and it nearly ended his chances of getting some big points.
Absolutely. So 2 times the Ferraris and Mercedes have made contact. 2 times there's been no damage, which is good to see. We don't want to see too much damage on the track. We don't want another safety car. We don't want this 36 lap race to be hauled by safety cars. KV Line has got a 2.3 second gap to Ryan, all helped by the time Ryan was kept behind Q-Tip whilst Line was trying to get ahead. 2.5 seconds that gap is. as Coleman 6 sets behind Wine. He won't have the gap to try. Q-Tips under attack by Spice. It sounded like it was at war. Spice will have the overtaken, but not even close to the turn 1 barrier. Under the bridge they go. Spice moves to the left hand side, and Q-Tips now down to P5 now, the championship leader, of course. And his chances of a win today at the moment slimming out a little bit, lap by lap.
Oh, there's a battle going on here. Disco Stu trying to get the move done on the McLaren of Storm.
Wow, exit speed or nah?
Wow.
Disco Stu just flew out of turn 3 down to 4. Obviously the DRS helped, but he's got no battery as well, so he's going to have to be careful through the S section and stadium soon. But that exit speed was just incredible. I know TTG's on the hard, but wow, he just flew past it. That
was rather odd. Maybe Storm throttle a bit, I'm not sure, but he's up to 9th.
Yes. Let's move up the grid a little bit. Let's look at Ryan and Coleman. So Coleman's on the soft tyres, and he did get past Q-Tip and Spice a little bit ago. He's now going to try and get past Ryan. The gap's half a second. Is that enough to make a move? Ryan will not have DRS down this long back straight. And look at this, so you can see the Alfa Romeo catching up. I don't think he'll get there just in time, but will he or will he not? We'll find out. Ryan moves to come to the inside and fakes it, big touch, and the Alfa Romeo has to step off a little bit.
Oh,
he probably wasn't
damage.
Sure. Oh no, he probably wasn't sure which way Ryan was going. Now, that's a lot of damage. It's not just an end plate, it's half a front left wing. And yeah, I don't know. I think Ryan obviously moved to cover the inside twig, but he didn't cover all the inside. He covered a little bit of it. So Coleman thought he could get more on the right side, but then Ryan closed it off a little bit more. So I'm not too sure on that one, but it has cost Coleman some damage, and it might have cost him a net second place there. I think he would have had him.
He might have had it, and Storm.
Oh, look at this.
Did get back. Oh, and Warrisland has taken advantage of that. He's barged his way through.
So, yeah, it's a pack of 5, but I'm battling before the S section. So Disco Stu's just about the end of a pack as Warren to get so close, and eventually gets past him. Oh. Ryan's DNF'd in stadium section on the wall. I did see it, but that's for virtual safety car minimum. Yes, it is. And Ryan is out of his race, and I think Coleman will be saying karma, maybe, but. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't on board. I was more interested in the two Mercedes getting so close to the S section. Cam's got a pen for speeding in the pit lane. A lot of the cars are coming to the pits, Twig, but the racing points have stayed out.
Racing points have stayed out. Warrislander has stayed out. Stu and Gavin, Storm and Fiscal have all stayed out.
Oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, they have. There isn't a safety car. My bad. I thought there was a safety. I know it was a virtual, but I always think when there's a safety car yellow thing, I always think it's a proper one. Yeah, so the two racing points lead this Grand Prix. Perfect for them if they want to go for the constructors. Of course, Haas are having a good run at the minute. Q6 9. Haas are getting 2 points at the minute. Racing point getting 43.
Stu went for a big lunge on Warrislander. It hasn't worked out, and he's actually lost a place to Gavin.
Well.
Stu and Warrislander, they're going for things today.
They are. This is what we're like. Oh, he's got damage. Red Bull's got damage on my screen. He's missing a right end plate.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's going to slow him down. He's also got TGG Storm and Let's Get Fiscal, who are pretty close to him, who are going to try and catch up now, because they probably noticed that damage on the track. Lots of different strategies coming into play here, so I'm a little bit confused, because there's probably 4 or 5 totally different strategies, or different thoughts the drivers are going through to win this Grand Prix. And there's also a lot of penalties. Obviously, what happened with the S section before, where a lot of cars had to cut the corner. Who's wheel to wheel going past the pit lane? I think it's Q-Tip and Zinica, but Q-Tip had the DRS, so they were wheel to wheel, but he did get through. And Q-Tip's now up into 8th place, and he's going to try and make some progress on a fresh set of softs, Twig, but he can pit again and put another pair of softs on. So he's going for a 2-stop soft now.
He can indeed. I wonder if we'll see any medium runners pit. It'll be interesting to see, because they've still got over half the race to go.
Absolutely, we have not even done half, yeah, like you said.
Can you do 27 laps on mediums around Mexico? I don't think that's possible.
Well, if you do it like 54 laps on 100%, the answer is no. So, you know, but you probably could do it. You'd have to look after them incredibly well. That's for sure. I know that a friend who's watching the stream, we did a co-op season online, and he did 35 laps on medium, but they got to like 89%. So yeah, it probably is possible, just not at the pace that they want to use it at. The two racing points, first and second, going well. The two Mercedes, third and fourth, also going well. But look at that gap from Wilder to Spice, and look at the overtake from Storm on Disco into turn one, and Disco goes wide, and that's the damage paying him dividends for Ferrari. Let's get Fiscal, might get a decent exit. He's going to have DRS. How did Disco not get DRS on the car in front? I've no idea. But Ferrari moves to take the inside. He's on low battery, but it shouldn't matter. Into turn four, the Red Bull fires his in, the Ferrari loses his back angle a little bit. Disco Stu takes too much of the curve through turn five, I think, and he's struggling for grip. Look at that. You can just see the Ferrari edging and teasing just to get through. And I'm sure he will get through very shortly. We'll have to keep an eye on Q-Tip as well. He's coming into this battle, Twig. Q-Tip's got to be careful here, because he just needs to get past them without damage. Simple as that.
He does. He doesn't want to get caught up in any collisions or any holding up. Oh, and here goes Fiscal down the inside. And he's not going to be able to stick the move as Disco defends well. See, Q-Tip's in a bit of a pickle here, and what does he do?
Well, a little bit of a pickle, but the problem with the problem for Q-Tip is that Fiscal will have DRS as well. But look at that exit speed of turn 17. He's going to have the Ferrari for back. Is it going to be a double overtake for Q-Tip? I'm guessing he's going to move to the left hand side. He's got space to move to the left. Is it a double overtake into turn one? Can he brake later? Oh, the Red Bull brakes awfully late, cooks the corner. 3-second penalty. Q-Tip is there. Double overtake complete.
Wow. The Red Bull Stu is really trying to defend every position that he can.
Double overtake complete with no damage is exactly what Q-Tip needed to do on that long straight, and he did. The next car for him are three cars, Warhound, Gavin and Storm, who are on 11 laps, hard tyres. He's going to catch them at a rate of knots. We know how quick he is. He's on the best tyre for it. If we look at the leader gap very quickly, so Q-Tip's 24.7 behind Twig, the leader.
Wow.
If he pitted, he would be, if he pitted and everyone else did, he'd be 4 seconds behind, which is nothing, because he can go on another pair of softs. As a look at this, so Q-Tip coming out of turn 16 and 17, he's literally level with the McLaren. He's going to go on the right hand side to try and take the inner line. I've got the wrong view, but he's already passed the McLaren. He's going to have DRS, his Q-Tip, and Q-Tip's already now into 5th place.
I did not expect him to catch him that fast, but here goes Fiscal on Disco Stu. Is Disco Stu going to make another big defend? He doesn't go deep this time. He is defending though on the inside. Fiscal tried the switchback, but Disco Stu successfully defended 7th place once more.
Yeah, he didn't take too much curve on that occasion. But listen, Disco Stu's doing well. He is struggling with right front wing damage. It's probably that. He's probably yellow. He's probably orange or yellow, that one. So he is struggling with the right hand turns, of course. And this track is basically clockwise, so he is struggling a little bit. We'll put the interval gaps back on so we don't lose track. Gavin is been pushing his teammate to wig a little bit. He's closing that gap. It was about 1.2 before. It's now 0.4. And Warren just trying to keep on tabs with Spice and Lion, who are right at the front. Tricky to do on the hard compounds. As Cam, I think, is just getting to move past Zinica. Oh, Zinica's everywhere. He's slow for the S section. Zabo's going to try and catch up to him as well. Let's watch Gavin and Warhounder very quickly down to the first corner. We pass the start finish straight. Is there going to be enough room? He's about 0.4 of a second away. I don't think there's quite enough room for him to get it. And Gavin stays in P4 for now. I expect some pit stops to happen soon, Twig, the last ones.
Yeah, I'd be expecting any to go for mediums. I would expect a few laps. But I have to say, fair play to the Racing Points at the moment. Could be looking at a really solid 1-2, and this could be big for constructors with 3 rounds to go.
So, Twig, if you catch up with the knowledge and racing at the front, and I will try and read some mathematical statistics. Butt in at any point. So, as it stands, constructors Haas, if it was to finish right now, Haas would be on 261. Racing Point would be on 261.
Wow.
That's a fact. They're both going. So before this race, the gap between Haas and Racing Point was 33 points. Obviously 43 for first and second and 10 for the fifth. Minus 10, you get 33. So if Q-Tip was to stay fifth and the 2 Racing Points would win, the constructors would go from being a 33-point gap to a 0-point gap. Mercedes.
Oh, hold on 1 second. We got three going into turn 1. We got Polo Man and Fiscal on Stu. Polo Man has done a double overtake on these two. Has managed to finally get past the Red Bull on this. I think his teammate Sam is going to look to do the same thing. But that is another double overtake. Oh, and the Red contact. Sam has tapped the side of his teammate, and Disco Stu has gone all sideways.
They both got right end plate damage.
No,
both of them.
No. That's not what you want to see.
Double stack and Disco Stu behind. And Sam's just pitted for Haas to go to the end.
Oh dear.
Back to the stats. So Haas, if it finishes 261, Racing Point 261, Mercedes would get 27, so that would be 216. So yeah, Haas and Racing Point at the moment technically level, which is unbelievable. Which is good. Yellow flag sector 2, it's a Ferrari. Is it Fiscal or Zinica?
Oh,
It
it's
is
Zinica.
He's had a horrid race this evening. He's gone off in the X session. No word of a lie, about 4 times. As Sam has to pit, gets a 5-second pen as this goes to carries on for 1 more lap. Q-Tip, was about 3 seconds behind Gavin, and it's about half a second now. So in the next few laps, Twig, Q-Tip might be up in some podium spots. Of course, he's got a pit stop left, and the front 4 might not. I think the Hags could definitely go. How many laps would that be? 28? They could definitely do 28 laps. No doubt.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing, Gavin, relying on the pit stop, even though they're 22 seconds behind leader. The pit stop's not 22 seconds. So I think the Racing Points are looking really good here. Really, really good.
Yeah, KV's holding. I think he's even extending his lead slowly but surely.
It's quite crazy how he's doing that much pace on tyres, but he needs to look after. Right, here we go, Twig. So Q-Tip 1999, the year I was born. He's come around the final corner. He's going to try another double overtake. He might not be able to do it on this occasion, but he's definitely going to get one, I think. He's quicker than Gavin at the moment by about 4 miles an hour. Going to move to the left-hand side. He might have a double overtake. Warren tries to defend, but he's doing late breaks late. Can he get the double overtake for the second time? I think he's just about through, and that's a second double overtake complete.
Oh, and Gavin's made the move on his teammates. War under. This is not good. This is not good for Irish Championships.
It's not good at all, because Q-Tip before this race was about 56 points ahead. It's something like that. And wow, 2 double overtakes. The soft compound tyres and his corner exits on the final corner working a treat. The first time he went right then left, and then the second time he went all the way to the left and still got the inside to turn 3. Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Round as well from Q-Tip.
This guy is quick. I know he's got soft tyres and it would help, but to do that, to do 2 double overtakes with no damage, takes some doing.
It does take some skill, and we could see him. You never know. We could see him win the title today, but I am pretty sure now this will be the man that will be lifting the first ever BPRL Drivers' Championship. But until that moment comes, we shall focus.
Yeah, so from a point, Q-Tip overtook Gavin. He hasn't actually gained that much of a gap. I mean, Gavin's still only 0.2 of a second behind him going out to 4, and look at that, he's pretty close. This, I'd like to think on the soft tyres this battle is almost over, but don't count Gavin out yet. He's racing well on the hard tyres, and Q-Tip is either managing his pace or the soft tyres are dead after 9 laps. It's one of them. Wait, Twig, if you just watch the driving on Gavin's point of view, Q-Tip's really, really slow. But he doesn't have damage. I know he's charging his battery, but he looks really slow. If Gavin can get a good exit out of the stadium, there's a Red Bull of Sam has retired from the session, and there's a safety car, and that's perfect for Q-Tip. He can put on a pair of softs, and he can go again, and all the people behind him will pit for a pair of softs as well. Lion and Spice, sorry Twig, Lion and Spice have already gone past the pit lane, so they can't pit. Ooh, what's this going to mean, Twig? You're lagging a little bit, so hopefully that can be fixed. Look at the amount of people pitting now. Q-Tip's in a prime position. He's going to catch up to the 2 racing points. Yes, they can pit, they'll be fine, I think. Yeah, they will. But he'll be in a prime position. He'll be third. They'll either be on the same tyres or he'll be on better. And Wilder's 6th place, and he's going to be under immediate threat when the safety car comes in.
Wow. What?
I don't know what happened to Sam.
I don't know.
Turn 4 is not somewhere where you normally do that, because it's just straight.
He's just put in the PS4 chat, come on Stu, but he's not near Stu. I think that was the earlier incident. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, but I'm guessing he was referring to the earlier incident before the S section, where they touched quite forcibly, and they both got right and played down. So KB Line and Spice do... What?
The racing points are double stacking.
Yeah, they are double stacking, and they can afford to do so. Because Syndicate is, Q-Tip is miles away. The double stack is perfect. Just about, why did we wait an extra second? So Lion, led by Spice, led by Q-Tip, led by Gavin, led by Colo, led by Islander Storm, Fiscal Cam, Oza, out of the top 10. Why's Colo Man put a pair of mediums on is either run out of softs, which is probably the only explanation. And yeah, so we are in for a treat. The safety car will do this lap, probably come in, but Sticky's so far behind Twig, we might have to do another extra lap for everyone to catch up. So it's either going to come in on 20 or 29. Regardless, we're going to have at least 8 laps of racing, and everyone's going to have fuel, battery and tyres, Twig.
It will indeed. It's going to be... We always seem...
Yeah. Your microphone, Twig, are we able to fix that? It's very, very blocking.
Very nice. How's it now?
Better. So, as I was saying, battery, fuel and tyres is what every single driver has got for the last 8 laps. So safety car will be doing another lap, which it probably will come in next. So it'll come in on 28, it'll lead us on to 29, we'll have 8 laps of Mexico to go. Enticing to see what happens with all this. I'm guessing a lot of rich fuel is going to be used, a lot of battery is going to be used, and these drivers are going to be those tyres to get the best possible result, because the racing points are no longer 20 seconds ahead, they're neutral, and the cars behind them have got the same tyres.
Yeah, this has gone from pretty much perfect and a pretty solid 1-2 for racing points, and now the sweatbands have got to come out.
Yeah,
they've got to come out.
If they're not already sweating after 27 laps of Mexico. obviously we don't sweat, we just speak, but we definitely had to shout at some things this evening. So we've just got a Ferrari that's passing the pit, start-finish straight now. It's a Zinica. We've got Stiku, who's just done the same thing. And we will be good to go, I'm sure, when the safety car gets just before the stadium section to continue. No rain to come. It's completely dry, as Twig said, or someone said in the comments. And we got 8 laps of what is going to be some enticing and falling racing. There is a chance in these 8 laps Q-Tip could be called champion if something happens to War Islander, which can happen, and Q-Tip wins. There you go, there's your scenario. I don't think he'll win it this race. But you never know, it could happen. It happened in PSF1, which I did in Hungary. What an that was the best race I've ever done. The final corner it went to name a championship winner. So we'll see. Of course, we want the championship to go as far as we possibly can down the season, Twig. That's what we all want. But if someone deserves it early, they deserve it.
Exactly. And we are having the safety car in this lap. That is a late one. A very late one. And Stiku has only just got to the back of the pack, so he's going to have to get back to full speed very soon.
Right, here we go then, Twig. It's the third restart of the Mexican Grand Prix. We're all gonna see what happens in the final 8 laps. Spice and Lion lead. Spice has got a pretty good speed. Q-Tip hasn't. How's Gavin so far away? I've no idea. He's got to defend from the Alfa Male of Coloman. Twig, keep an eye on that for me. Into turn 1, Lion leads by Spice, Q-Tip and Coloman. I guess he got that overtake.
Oh, Gavin's defended it very well. Very well. This has brought in the Mercedes driver of Warislander though. He's having a look at the back of Coloman, but Coloman's having a look at Gavin again. Gavin does defend, and they stay as they are.
The top 3 have also stayed as they are. Lion led by Spice, Q-Tip, yellow flag. It's a Red Bull. The other Red Bull, Disco Stew, is round. He's not got no damage, but the Red Bulls have had a torrid evening in Mexico, Twig. I'm sure they wanted better than what they've got.
They've been, well, Disco Stew in particular has been very aggressive this evening, and it hasn't paid off as of yet.
So is Lion. Oh, Red Bull again. Disco Stew again. He's just got no traction. KV Lion leads by Spice, Q-Tip, Gavin, and Coloman. War Islander is in 6th place. He's going to have a look at Coloman. We don't have DRS until lap number 31. So at the moment, it's pure engine power and slipstream. As for 2 racing points, we've got a decent gap between each other, about the same gap to Q-Tip. Storm has just overtaken. Let's get Fiscal. He may also overtake the Renault of Zero if he brakes late into turn 1. Does he brake late? He does, but Zero does well. Storm gets a 3-second pen for taking too much curb. Exactly what Disco Stew did. But he gets a good exit out of turn 2. Slides the back end a tiny bit. Zero's going to hold. There's a yellow flag. It's a retirement from the Red Bull in the pits. As the Renault of Zero defends really well. Takes a lot of curve. Lion's got a 3-second penalty, Twig, if you didn't capture that. And down to turn 5, Zero, Storm and Fiscal are so close to each other. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But Lion has got a 3-second penalty, Twig.
Oh
wow! Oh no! War Islander has gone in the S section, as you can see on Sicko's view. Oh, wow! Q-Tip is technically second at the moment as the Ferrari Zinica flips into the wall. That's surely going to be another safety car or a virtual. He's in the middle of the track.
In the middle.
What is going on here in Mexico? I don't even know. There is no safety car. Somehow DRS is enabled. KV Line has a 3-second penalty. Q-Tip is within that range. Q-Tip can win the championship if he finishes second. Well, in fact, 3 seconds behind Lion. Or he just wins in general. There's a car off at OK, it's Disco Stew from before. What has just happened in Mexico?
Oh my lord, I'm speechless. I am speechless.
Zinica's Ferrari literally flipped into the wall. I've got a perfect shot on my YouTube, and he literally flips into the left section of alternator 10 of every two left-handers. Q-Tip, all he needs to do, if he's watching the stream, he might know, but as long as he stays within 3 seconds of Lion, but gets past Spice, he will win the Drivers' Championship because Wilder's out. Wilder's getting 0 points. Q-Tip needs 22 points. So he needs to win. He's got 5 laps to do so when he crosses the line. Is the championship going to be won tonight, or will we be going to, I don't know what the next track is. USA. I don't even know. We have 10 drivers. Everyone's getting a point. Fastest lap so far. Twig is KV Line. It's absolutely smashed at 16.4 to be fair. That was actually done on the mediums earlier, if you remember.
It was.
When I said it will be beaten. Nope. Well, wow, look at the top 5 even, including Cola Man in that. He's doing well on the mediums. Lots of penalties coming in. Twig, have a look at the penalties. You're good at that. So we really need to focus on Q-Tip, Spice and Lion on the 3-second penalties. Not the 5, the 3 seconds.
I don't know if I want to. I might want to keep it. I might want to keep it.
You might want to keep
unknown.
it. No, I can't do that. Right, let's have a look then. So we're looking at Zero, Bretster, Cam has got a 3 seconds, Coleman's got a 3 seconds, TGG Storm, Disco Shoes out, Stiku, 3 seconds to Stiku, Cynic again, Disco Stu again, Zero and Stu again, Spice and Cam.
Storm nearly lost it, sorry, he's lost his place, so let's get Fiscal, but he's
Ryan?
still going. Ryan is out.
Right, he's got 3 seconds, doesn't matter. 3 seconds, Disco, Coleman, Storm. I don't think there's that many. Oh, KV Lion and Gavin have 3 then. Just to confirm, KV Line and Gavin have 3 second penalties. We've got 4 laps to go of this Mexican Grand Prix. It's been an absolute enthralling race. Q-Tip has some work to do. He has got the same tyres as the car in front, so let's see if he can catch them up during the course of this race. Q-Tip could be looking after the tyres, maybe have it launching a end weight attack, or he'll be settling for 3rd, and the championship will be going to the Texas Austin United States Grand Prix, which will be happening next week, which will be an interesting thing to watch. Fiscal was only 3 steps away from 0 in the Ferrari for the S section, and yeah, we started with 18 Twig. I didn't expect to be 10 left, but we did discuss the S section takes the most prisoners, and it has, quite frankly.
It has taken a lot of those drivers. I did not expect this amount of drivers, but it is what it is, and everyone currently will be getting points if they can finish these last 3 laps. And this battle for 6th place is just ongoing since the restart. And Let's Get Fiscal is now going to take that 6th place off Zero. Zero is going to fight it back round the outside as he's trying to break late. He's hit the bashed wheels. It's very tight, but Zero manages to keep hold, and now the McLaren of Storm is back involved again.
Connection on my behalf. I hope it. Oh, Fiscal taps the back of the Renault. Don't think he got damaged. Those 3 are having a right little scrap on that 34 with 3 laps to go. Let's Get Fiscal brakes way early. Did the McLaren get damaged? No, he didn't. He's lucky.
Very lucky.
So let's just make this absolutely clear. So KV Line has a 3-second penalty, so at the moment the 2 racing points are going to win. Spice is just about... Oh my god, I thought that said Spice had a penalty then, but it said Storm. Yeah, so of course the 2 racing points, 1st and 2nd. If Spice keeps within 3 seconds, he will win. If he doesn't, Lion will win.
He's currently outside of it.
Yeah, okay, Q-Tip's in 3rd place, so he's getting a podium at the moment. We've got 2 laps, including this one to go, and what a race it's been. And it's not going to finish yet. You never know what's going to happen. A 3-second penalty could pop up out of nowhere, and it changes everything. It's out of War Islander's control. It's in Q-Tip's control. Let's see if he can put on the gas a little bit and try and catch these drivers up. He has got 20% battery, but so have the other two. So we're all struggling here for pace, and they all want to win it. Definitely, they all want to win it, no doubt.
I'm just glad fight here between Let's Get Fiscal and Zero. Fiscal, the Renault driver, once more, and it's a great battle going on. Very clean. But Zero's just got a 3-second penalty that could be substantial in this fight for 6th place. And Storm coming back at them again. Storm seems to latch onto the back of them after both the straights, but then sector 2 and 3, he does seem to struggle.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. KB Lion leads it on to the final lap of the Mexican Grand Prix. If he keeps a 3-second gap, he will win, and the racing points will go, so the gap from 5th to 3rd in terms of points, so you get 15 and 10, so racing points will only be 5 points behind now, not 33, which is an unbelievable effort. If it stays this way, everyone who finishes, of course, getting a point so far, we will have incidents to look at, of course. Well, the main stewards will. I just had my lovely opinion. And here's Cam's Batmaga. Twig, he's not in his car, so I don't think Cam will be grabbing that 1 point this evening.
Oh. Oh yes, he isn't. I must have missed that.
Kevin and I will have to be careful a little bit. But he's coming down to stadium section. What a blunder of a race it's been. He's more than the 3-second threshold. The flares are coming round the stadium. Look at all the Mexican fans supporting the Racing Points. A bit of pretending. He comes round to 16, 17. He won in Russia. He won in Monza. He also wins in Mexico City. KV Lion makes it 3 wins in a row, but has a 5-second penalty. And Keita wins for Drivers' Championship in Mexico City, because KV Lion had a 5-second time penalty, but I've no idea what for, and what I wonder is out.
Oh my God.
Wait, I'm just gonna watch a stream back and see what that penalty is for, just to double check, because you might have to take it off.
Oh, I think it was under the safety car. I don't think I caught it.
Was it? No, but they pitted.
I think
Wait,
Spies hit the back of KV Line. And I think he got given a severe collision 5-second penalty under the safety.
The penalty was unserved penalty. Oh wow. So Q-Tip is the Drivers' Champion. It's a fact. What I wonder was out. He needed to win, and he's just won.
I'm speechless.
Wow. It's come down to the final corner in 2 different leagues I've done. Look at that. Look at that. So Kevin Line actually had 8 seconds, which is right. Q-Tip had no penalties and won by 1.7 seconds. And he started 12th.
Wow.
He's won. It's a fact. He's won. You can't... mathematically, he cannot be caught in 3 races.
We have KV Line has commented on the stream. He did get a 5-second penalty under the safety car. He has confirmed he is reporting it. So as of right now, Q-Tip is the champion. But
it will go down to an incident
it
result.
will be down to what happens with this incident that KV Line had. We are going to but wow, I'm very speechless. Very, very speechless right now. I'm gonna have to suggest these guys because it's your party. Where are they all? There's 1, there's 2. I just didn't expect it. I've suggested them for you.
Right.
That is
It's just
mental.
it's wrong actually. Yeah, okay, it's wrong.
Well, we've had a we've either had a banter comment or just pure hate. Someone says awful commentators. I stole toast does not approve.
Of what?
Could never be my league. From Doctor 66. Not sure who that is. That might be Toast. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Have you invited these guys in?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, probably shouldn't I?
I'm not sure if. I mean, Spies does have a mic. Q-Tip will definitely come in. Not sure if KB Line will. Sometimes he does have to go.
Oh wow.
Whew, incredible. We will break the news to Q.
Yeah.
That it is resting on an incident report. That is one we're going to have to. I will look straight at as soon as I receive that, so we can get confirmation straight away. But it's just not expected at all. Here is Q. We shall wait to see if Spies or KV joins us. Keep your emotions in. Oh, it was. It was. Keep your views and everything for now. We will get to you, pal.
No worries.
Gavin would like to be.
To everyone in the stream, and I hope that was an enjoyable race for everyone. And everyone got a hell of a job done. From my end, it was an awesome race.
It was a brilliant race. Gavin's asked to be in. We'll get him in. I've just suggested him to you, Lemmy. I don't know if we're gonna see Spies or KV Lion join. I'm sure KV Lion is probably doing something. But mental race.
I'm just trying to find that Ferrari flipping.
Oh, are you?
It was absolutely brilliant.
Hello.
Right, hello, Gavin.
Mate. Awesome race today, mate.
Yeah, you too. Well done.
Were you helping Waraslander at all?
Yeah, I was helping him.
Okay, fair enough. Because I see you two are just sticking close to each other on the hard tyres. I'm like, I can't catch these guys. They're using DRS.
Yeah, but he was so slow, like. Sometimes in some corners he was so slow. I would just want to overtake him, but like, yes, still I need to help him, so.
Right, well, I don't think we're going to be seeing Spies or KV Line join us. That is a shame. It would have been nice to grab their opinions. KV Line can't talk. No worries, KV. You're probably watching the stream. Great race from you, pal. Same goes to Spies. But Q-Tip.
Yes.
You are.
Should we just make this clear?
Yeah, let's make this clear.
Let's make this clear. As it stands, right this second, mathematically you are the drivers' champion. However, there is a big but. KV Line received a 5-second penalty under a safety car that may not have been given. So he's going to submit that twig, if I'm correct.
He will.
Same for me.
If that 5 seconds is taken off, you will have to wait to America.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
But if not, Twig.
If not, you are the drivers' champion. Very unexpected. That was a mental race.
It was unbelievable from our side. Unbelievable.
What-
Unbelievable race.
What are your thoughts on the whole of that race? It was yeah, mental all over the place.
I just want to say, tonight's car was incredible. I think for the first time in this championship since, I want to say, oh goodness me, I think since Austria, I think. Ever since then, we've been very lucky with the cars that we've had to drive around every circuit, and in some ways, I think Germany as well is a standout performance. But tonight's race was incredible for us. We were overtaking cars like it was nothing, to be fair, with that DRS. We just had such a quick car today. If we get the win, and if we get the Drivers' Championship, we're on top of the world. But if we don't, it's fine, because today has really shown that I mean business for this title. And as it stands, we currently have it, but if it gets stripped from us, it's no bother, because I want to fight for this title. This title to me still isn't done yet.
Well, if... no, go on, Jack,
Oh,
go on.
So V, you had a lot of competition today by 2 racing points, 2 very quick racing points. Of course, Lions won the previous 2 races, potentially this one as well. 3 in a row, which is incredible. Before this race, the gap between constructors, which of course I'm sure you care about, it was 33 points. It is now down to only 5, depending on the final results. So the constructors, we guess, is going to go all the way to the end. Do you think you have enough to win it?
I think me and good old Tim, who sadly couldn't necessarily drive our car today, we've got some work to do. There's still plenty of races still to go. I know there's only 3 races to go now, but that's still a chunk of races for us to do. I think
It's 2.5 hours of racing, really.
Exactly. You know, nothing is guaranteed. You know, hassle. We're gonna keep pushing forever. You know, we're not gonna stop fighting.
Twig?
No, yeah, I was going to make the point on the there's been sort of an upside here, but then the downside is the 2 racing points performing really well, and in a way that safety car has messed them up, because we were calculating, and Limmy calculated that they would have been on equal points before that safety car happened.
Yeah, before the safety car, so the racing points were getting a top 2 and you were getting a 5th Q-tip. The gap was 33, the difference would have been 0.
Wow.
So if it would have ended before the safety car, you would have been equal in the constructors. But it's still very close. 5 points is nothing, really. It's so close. And you, Tim, Lion, and Spice, I think Mercedes are pretty much out of it at the moment. You're going to have to be consistent for the next 2.5 hours. It's got some tough races as well. USA can be tricky. Abu Dhabi, of course. And Brazil anything can happen in Brazil.
Absolutely. Dreams can be made or shattered, as they say.
Yeah,
but...
Interlagos. Yeah.
Aye. But Racing Point and Mercedes, in fairness, today they've both done a hell of a job, and as I say, everyone in that race, again, you know, they did a hell of a job, even through a couple of accidents, which was a shame, but it was good for us, at least, which is always a nice thing, but hopefully that can be sorted out, and if we do win, as I say, I'm going back to my point earlier, if I do win the title from tonight's result, in some ways I'm not going to be happy, because Warlander sadly retired. I don't understand why. I think he was hit, by somebody.
His steering wheel, he had a problem with his steering wheel.
It was self-inflicted. Yeah.
Poor sod.
It's a shame. It is a shame. But in real F1, these things do sometimes happen. Things do go wrong.
It's almost a mechanical failure.
It is. You could call it that. And one last point, Q.
Yep.
Is that double move round the outside on the Mercs your overtake of the season?
Well,
I was all over that, Keith, if you haven't listened back to the commentary.
Well, we're on a couple of laps before when I overtook the Mercs. I think I got Stu and I think it was Let's Get Physical down the straight as well.
Yes, we saw that, yeah.
I think today's race has been our strongest race of the season. And what a time to do it, I think. You know, it's... As I say, we had a really, really fast car today. Yes, we were lucky with the safety cars, but as we say, you know, anything can happen in this fantastic sport, and that's why we all love it at the end of the day.
Gavin.
Yes.
P4. You came up against a very quick Haas driver in Q-Tip. You came up against two rapid Racing Point drivers who got their strategy spot on early on. You did actually qualify first.
Yeah.
P4 overall, are you happy with that?
Meh. I started on pole. I was quite surprised because I only was using line. Only was using line. Like it was my third race with no traction and my words. Sorry. So like my third race with no traction, need to get used to it. My start was horrendously bad. Like in the fourth corner, I spun around. I had no traction at the start. Got overtaken by 4 cars. Spun around, had to pit for the hards. Luckily, it came out 2 safety cars, I think, the whole race. And yeah, just I come back to P4. I had some good battles with Warslander and Q-Tip, of course, and well done to Q-Tip and winning the championship. Not sure, but yeah.
Thank you very much.
That was my race, I think.
You did try and help your teammate, who's obviously the closest contender for the drivers' championship. But no, it didn't seem to work out for you two today. Warslander obviously was having a bit of an up and down race, and then that incident with his wheel came crashing. His race came crashing down. Literally.
Wait, did this wheel broke or something?
Basically, it just disconnected or something.
Yeah.
It all turned right.
Sad.
It went in stadium, which is not where normally people go. Yeah, of course, Q-Tip don't want to win like that, but at the end of the day, if you take the points per race, at the time, he's been the most consistent. He's still God knows how many points in front. Gavin, let's have a look at your standings in the championship. So before tonight, you were on 40 points.
Yeah.
In 10th place, so you will get 12. So that'll put you to 52. You did better than Fiscal, Sector, and Tim. So you're going to go directly from 10th to 7th.
Yes.
Which is a decent night of racing overall, I think.
Yeah.
And you only had 6 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, I got one unfair 5-second time penalty because I got to exceed the track limits during the safety car, so I got a 5-second time penalty. Had to serve it during my pit stop, so maybe I can remove it, or maybe not.
Oh, send it through, and us, myself, Lemmy, and the stewards will have a look.
Yeah.
But no, you had a good race today, Gavin.
Yeah.
I think you've had a couple of troubled ones, so this is a big positive, I think.
Yeah. But I'm such a bottle in this league. Like, serious. I keep bottling. The previous races in Belgium and Italy just crashed. I had wing damage, crashed in a rouge, all that stuff. Yeah, not the race that I wanted to have, but like a kind of good comeback for all that.
Well done, Gavin. You had a great race. Q-Tip, for now, you are currently the first ever BPRL Drivers' Champion. History is currently made. We shall, as soon as we receive this incident, all other incidents will be done as usual, but as soon as we receive this KV line incident, we shall get the final result confirmed. But a brilliant race. Quali probably wasn't what you were hoping for, but to do what you've done today, I think you'd be very happy. So well done, pal.
Thank you very much indeed.
And well done to KV Line and Spies. Both drove brilliantly today, and they've properly smashed Constructors Championship wide open with 3 races left, and we are at USA Austin next week. We may see Captain Louis there, but we shall thank him today. Thank you, Jack, for joining us again. It's great to have you back. But everyone else watching still, join us next week, 8:30. Championship could still be decided there. But yeah, join us. Thank you all for watching, and have a lovely evening, and stay inside.
Yes, protect your elders, protect the NHS.
Up the key workers, that's me.